Democrats. Joining me now is the new ranking member of the House Antitrust Subcommittee, Ken Buck of Colorado. Congressman Buck, just how concerned are you that, for all the rough talk out there by Democrats taking action and things like this, the DOJ and maybe even others could be indebted to big business and tech companies? I mean, could we really see any meaningful changes?
Well, in the Trump administration, there were officials that had to recuse themselves from cases involving Google and Facebook because of their past dealings, either in suing those companies or in representing those companies. And so I don't think it's unusual when you're dealing with the Department of Justice to have individuals recuse themselves. The bottom line is the Attorney General needs to be aggressive in this action to make sure that the right people are in place. Having expertise dealing with big tech and these antitrust issues is not that common, and making sure we get people with that expertise in place is really important.
And isn't that the ironic thing, though? This sort of need to have expertise and also work in the government. People will say that's why things went wrong at Boeing for so long. People say that's why we never get anything done, because this sort of access between big business and D.C., it never seems to stop, and yet and still these problems mount. And there doesn't ever seem to be anything done about it. Nothing but lip service and bumper sticker slogans. But, why does Washington, D.C. thinks this works when year after year, decade after decade, the problems seem to only get worse, not better?
Well, I think what you're seeing right now in Congress from Senator Klobuchar is a very significant bill that will be opposed by Apple and Facebook and Amazon and Twitter and others. And I think what you're going to see in the House is very similar legislation, bipartisan, bicameral legislation. And I think that the Department of Justice and the Federal Trade Commission will move, and I think you're going to see changes. So I understand the frustration that we have gone through, especially in the Obama administration, hundreds of mergers with these major tech companies that really were not scrutinized very carefully. I don't think that's the case at this point in time, either in Congress or certainly not in the Trump administration.
Okay. I really hope what we don't get out of this, though, is nothing but a moat that protects these big businesses. Maybe they'll pay a couple of fines here and there, but it even makes it harder to compete because, unfortunately, we've seen that in banking, we've seen that in the oil industry and other industries. I want to move on a little bit here because another sign Democrats themselves are moving ahead with this nearly $2 trillion stimulus package is the fact that they've rejected this notion of having this income threshold, $50,000 income threshold. In fact, just moments ago, President Biden reiterated that he thinks it should be $75,000. It just looks like this whole package, which is called a rescue package, is more and more like a progressive Christmas tree, and it doesn't seem like the Republicans can do anything about it. I mean, what can stop this?
Well, they're using budget reconciliation, and so nothing can stop it. They will have the votes in the House, they'll have the votes in the Senate. The only thing that can really stop it is enough Democrats in the House, 5 or 6, that decide that this is bad. It's bad for the country. It's bad for our long-term fiscal stability, and the same thing in the Senate. You only need one senator to vote, one Democrat senator to vote against this, and you don't have a tied Senate anymore. And so I think that this is I think you identified it properly. This is a progressive Christmas tree with a lot of ornaments. They're having handouts for restaurants. The restaurants in rural America aren't going to get those. The restaurants in Chuck Schumer's New York City are going to get those handouts, and it's really unfortunate. This is another really bad example of big pork coming out of the federal government.
Congressman Buck, we always appreciate it. You're a straight shooter, and I'm glad you took time to spend with the audience. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.